Our performing Poirots are poised on a precipice. The Changeling masquerading as Toad and the most malevolent monsters of the Underzoo await down the spiral in Silo. We rejoin them as they step off the edge into danger.
We should go down.
Okay.
It's that's where if there's anything going on, it's gonna be down there.
We're looking for Toad, and you're gonna get him with your quantum.
Yeah, my quantum disruptor taser.
So you head into this spiral, heading down. It seems like the containment units are spread further apart on this spiral, and that they are much larger on average. You pass one where you look in and you see what looks like the bones of a dragon lying atop a pile of golden coins, and the bones shift to follow you with its lack of eyes as you walk past. You walk another rotation around the spiral, passing a small enclosure, sort of shoebox sized, that has a tiny mushroom inside with a red cap with white spots. You keep circling around. There is an enclosure that it looks like sort of swamp trees inside. And as you look around in the enclosure for a creature, you see a pair of feline eyes staring back at you, and a cat the size of a horse pounces at the glass and scratches its claws against it as it makes its way from about head height to the ground, leaving yet another set of scratches in this glass. It seems this creature does this a lot.
Not the kind of cat that plays chess, I assume? No.
I mean, the lack of willow trees in the enclosure.
It's just weird. A cat that doesn't play chess. Is that common for you? Yeah.
We'll have to play a game of willow chess sometime. Should we keep going?
Yeah, we should keep going. Just make sure that you don't touch anything, okay? Don't touch anything. I don't know. I've never been here, and I don't know what kind of security measures there are.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you continuing to carry Anubis along with you?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah.
It's just weekend Berniesing.
Because we don't know if there are more things that we might need his fingerprints for. So sure. I think it makes sense.
And I'd also rather have them awaken where we can talk to them rather than far away.
Mm-hmm. You continue down 3 more revolutions of the spiral. What are some of the creatures that are in maximum security that you pass?
There's a scorpion the size of a school bus, and there's also like a bunch of like eggs in that exhibit as well.
Set up in that exhibit is a traditional human chessboard that seems to be mid-game as well.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know how to play that kind of chess.
It's all right. Yeah. Cool. Okay. That's one.
There's a small sort of cylinder-shaped area that seems to have nothing in it at all except for the sort of mural painted on the walls to make it kind of look like a field vaguely with a sky, until the sort of empty space at around eye level splits almost like a portal, opening up as an eyelid to reveal a giant floating crystalline eye that then sort of pupil dilates and it sort of shuts, becoming invisible again.
Wow. We have so many rows of rooms that have glass windows, and then we come to something that is completely opaque. And the only way that you can tell that it's an enclosure is because there is a small, like super, super thick looking, like a safe kind of jutting out. That's the entry point. And then up at above the safe, there's a huge list of warnings. And the thing that's in the biggest text is, do not think about this section any harder than you have to. Do not remember this section any harder than you have to. People must be, then it's like all the protocols for like rotating the people who work and like cleaning protocols. And
it does feel like the motto of this place, not to think about it more than you have to.
You notice as you're going down that there are sort of gutters on either side of the walkway spiraling down. Just a little detail that's there. There is one enclosure that you pass that sort of, as you pass, there are just thoughts projected at you You know what you should do? You should eat the bones of your companions. Eating the bones of your companions is the only way that you can gain their power.
About them,
Wear their skin as a suit.
make them feel too seen.
Take all of their
You
hairs,
should take an imprint of their
reel
teeth
it
and
into
use
a
it to
shirt,
make dentures,
and
as
wear
you
that
will.
every
Just
day.
leave.
Steal one sock
Get
of every
them a
pair.
calendar.
Slash their
Where all
tires.
the days are just a little bit off.
Social
But it says it's the right year. It says it's the right
to
year.
attend, but make it not the sort of social
All of their
engagement they would
houseplants.
enjoy.
All of the houseplants
You
must
should
be
use your
fertilized every
hairpin
day.
to
Every
stab
day,
them in
fertilize
the
their
eyes.
houseplants. This will do nothing but good. When you walk past that enclosure, the voices fade. I feel like you guys like ask to notice things a lot when we're playing other games. There are things that you can notice by pulling bricks here, is what I'll say out loud. If you want to notice things
Yeah, I do.
here that are not immediately available,
I would love
pull
to
a brick.
notice something.
Yeah.
Do I have to ask about what it is or just pull?
Pull a brick, and then I'll
Okay,
tell you what you're
I'll pull.
noticing.
I'd love to notice,
Yeah.
perceive, if you will.
This Jenga tower's looking really chewed up.
Yeah.
Lots of bites taken out of it, though it seems to be holding pretty steady. I haven't seen it really even wobble a lot yet. All right, so Mara, as she's
Felt pretty badass about that one because it was a middle brick that I pulled out.
As Mara is walking down, when you were here before, Mara, up at the very top, you felt that there was sort of some ambient power available for you to use to power your voice, taking less away from yourself. That feeling right now is just multiplied.
Ooh.
There is power coming out of each of these cells, and it seems to be following the spiral down and down and down and up a little bit, but the pressure seems to be leading down more than up.
Jeez, okay. So something like that would mean, well, we don't know what it would mean. Have to try it.
I think Jessie is looking around. She wants to look for any signs of like Toad, like what, because all the keepers have kind of their special like powers or way that they work. And so like, is there any signs of Toad around?
Yeah, go ahead and pull a brick for me.
You can do it.
I can do it.
I'm proud of you.
Whatever happens.
Oh, we got a little wiggle on the tower now.
Wiggle,
Oh, there
wiggle
we
on
go.
the tower. Wiggle, wiggle on
Middle
the tower.
brick, pushing it out. The pull method.
One hand at a time, one hand at a time.
Is out of the way. The tower lives as the another day.
Yeah. Easy.
Oh man, as my hands are just shaking, the whole tower is just shaking.
But you did it.
So you're looking for signs of Toad here. Jessie knows that Toad's sort of whole deal is that they hypnotize and befuddle creatures. You pass...
Wait, they have magic? No,
They hypnotize and befuddle.
that's bad.
Is hypnosis magic?
Yeah.
Okay. You pass an ant, like an insect ant, the size of a Volkswagen bus, but instead of an ant's face, it has a human's face. It seems to be just breathing deeply and evenly and doesn't notice that you have walked past. This is the sort of affect that you've seen on other creatures that Toad has worked with.
Toad definitely has passed through here. Their main MO is like hypnosis, and you can see from this ant bus that yeah, whatever. you can look. I can tell that Toad's been here. I think we're on the right track.
Okay.
Continuing down around this spiral, you get to a space that there is no glass, right? There's sort of a wide open space in it. The spiral continues on down, but looking in, you see that there is somebody with a pallet jack with their back to you, sort of wheeling something into place.
What do they look like?
From behind, what you see is someone in a mechanic's jumpsuit who has what sort of mask do you imagine Toad wearing?
I feel like Toad has like a big bubble. Like it's got like eye protrusions out everywhere. So it's just like bulging all around.
Sort of giving the impression that they might be able to see 360 degrees around them. Yeah. So you see a person in a mechanic's jumpsuit pushing that, wearing Toad's helmet. This is how you've seen Toad dressed before. They're pushing a cube that's about 8 foot on each side, carried by a pallet jack. It seems to be like steel at the corners and glass in the center, but there's not enough light in the room to see what is in the cube.
Jessie like arm bars the companions and is like, shh, like raising a finger to the lips, and then points. I mime pulling out the disruptor. She does. I point to myself. Do you want me to take it? Do you think you can get closer? I can try. I don't know what the changeling is capable of if they can use Toad's powers. Here. All I can do is try.
Aubrey, do you want me to come with you?
The gap between you and Toad right now is maybe 15, 20 feet.
Look, I'll go in first. If Toad is trying to pretend to be Toad, sorry, that's so weird. Then they'll probably recognize me, and maybe I can distract them long enough, or hold them down long enough for the two of you to close the distance.
I gestured to Anubis on my shoulder.
Put them down, maybe.
I'll stay. I'll just stand in front of Anubis to hopefully block maybe a little bit from view.
So to be clear about the plan, I'm not sneaking up or running up. You're just going to have a conversation?
Well, I think, I don't know. I'm open to suggestions, but I think it would just be like, okay, I go in and then you do the sneaking. I'm the distraction.
Okay. Does that work with the way that the room is set up, or will we have a better chance of subtlety just using whatever we have right now?
So this seems to be a fairly blank room. Like it is a round chamber where he's moving it on a pallet jack to the center of the room. Their back is to the door. There is no enclosure finalized here, right? So there is no door yet.
Maybe we should just sprint for it. That's what I was thinking about doing.
Yeah.
So Aubrey has the quantum destabilizer.
Quantum disruptor.
Yeah, I'm going to take a deep breath and on the exhale try to sprint forward and lunge at this person wearing the mask that I've been told is the mask of the imposter.
Pull a brick.
Okay.
She's going for a center brick near the top. It's a very conservative play, but you have to respect it because it did work.
It did work.
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey dashes into the room with this unfamiliar weapon in her hand, laying it into the back of this person as they are settling this cube into place. They cry out and slump over the handle of the pallet jack.
She got him?
She got him. She pulled the brick. She got him. So you hit them with this taser. They slump over the pallet jack, and you see that they shift a bit. They expand in all dimensions as if inflating a balloon a bit, and a bit of slime drips off of their neck in between their helmet and drips onto the ground.
But they're still mobile, right? They're not like fully incapacitated.
They're not fully incapacitated.
Okay.
They're sort of dazed for a moment and goopy, and they stand back up, turn around to look at the three of you.
We'd like to talk.
And say, the time for talking is past.
I just have to describe for the people who can't see Helix's mouth. Helix's mouth is moving side to side in a way that I never thought possible for a human, with the most rapid tongue motion.
How long do we think you practiced the voice for?
Just a rewind if you need to and use that image to play.
Like, did you practice this voice a lot, or is this just top of the dome?
Improv, baby! Yeah. And they are going to take a big haymaker swing at Aubrey.
Okay. I'm going to try to duck behind the crates.
Pull a brick.
The pallet.
There's rapid fire brick.
Are they doing, is this going to be just to defend?
Just to defend. Yeah, I never have to pull bricks. That's the nice thing about being a GM in this system.
There's one that's kind of causing a lot. Oh,
Man, that one was a risky one.
Yeah, but she stuck with it, and it was a good move.
You see this creature's arm extend longer than a human's could, trying to catch Aubrey as she ducks back and behind the crate, but she manages to put this cube between herself and this creature.
What's inside it? Can I take a little peek?
You absolutely have to pull a brick for that.
Okay. The highway's gone straight to the danger zone, my friends.
Right, she's looking for an appropriate target. She's looking pretty high on the tower, though there's a whole, 3 rows. Oh, no, I take it back. There are 3 rows near the base of the tower that have not had a single pull from them yet. But they're all...
Bottom middle.
That one is a good play.
Pulling the center brick from the very bottom row.
Smart.
Stability unimpacted at all. You look into this cube. The light in the room is dim. You see the form of a human woman who is sort of tucked up. Imagine someone jumping into a pool as a cannonball. She's pulled her knees to her chest. She is in her late 20s. She is blonde. She looks like she's had her nose broken a few times. You're looking at Jessie in this cube.
Is it just Aubrey that sees that?
Mm-hmm.
I look at Mara and do a real, my eyebrows do the worm across my face.
And Mara, of course, knows that must mean that our previous theory is correct.
Jessie sprints towards Toad and the box. She does a powerful jump that is so powerful that it actually starts to crack the tiles and does a massive kick into the container unit that sends it like spinning around, and it takes out Toad and Aubrey's legs as it spins around and like gets just thrown into the side of the wall.
Sure. So getting into a little PvP here, you can pull a brick to make this move. It's if you manage to succeed, it will definitely hit Toad. Aubrey will then get to pull to defend if she would like to, or she can just take the hit. Kat is looking at the tower. She's looking pretty high up. She's found a brick that's already a little bit out of place. She tests
Those are
it.
the dangerous ones.
She's leaving that brick behind. She's moving much lower on the tower.
That's an aggressive one.
Pulling a side brick from row number 3 from the bottom.
Yeah, so there's just a middle guy.
Placing it smoothly on the top.
Chaos. Evil.
The tower is starting to move with every brick pull now.
Do I get the impression that from this action that Jessie and Toad are at odds?
The fact that Jessie just kicked this container and knocked it into Toad? What conclusions do you draw from that?
It seems like it, but I just sort of want to. Does she seem surprised?
I don't think that Jessie saw what was in the container. So she's just doing a run and just kicking the container out, and it probably collateral damage.
I think that I'm just focused on Jessie's face and trying to figure out, because she told us a lot. She's been quite earnest, and she did have a fingerprint, and so I think Aubrey is sort of puzzled and looking at Jessie's face for some sort of like, Jessie saw me look in here, and so if she knows what's in here, she would react in some way, and I'm just so focused on that I don't even notice that the cart is coming at me, and I just get knocked off my feet.
Is Mara doing anything at this point?
Yeah, I would like to look through Anubis's pockets. Are there any weapons? Are there anything?
In Anubis's pockets, there is a badge. There is a small spiral-bound notebook and a pen. There is what looks to you to be a very normal-looking stun gun. Let's see, what else would this guy have? Those are the things that are in the outer pocket, like the pockets outside.
I'm going to take the stun gun. I'm going to run over.
As you get near the cube, I'd like you to pull a brick to see what's inside as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here I go.
We're not scared of Lauren pulling.
Lauren's certainly not scared. She's just approaching with confidence, leaning right over.
Just
not
instant again.
Not even testing that many bricks, just finding one. So, Mara, as you're rifling through, you see Jessie kick this cart. It knocks into Toad. It knocks into Aubrey. You look up into the room as this is spinning around, and you see a figure inside hugging her knees to her chest. And the face that you see, you've only seen it painted. You've never seen it in real life. It's your Aunt Fee is in this box.
A different box?
The same box.
Whoa. Okay. So Aubrey saw Jessie, and I saw my Aunt Fee.
Right.
Okay. Camilla knows things that Aubrey doesn't. This is fine.
Okay. So is that's my maneuver? That's my pull?
There's no action economy in this game. It's just...
at this point, if they're trying to attack Toad, I'll take the regular stun gun and stun them with that.
Yeah.
If they're still like moving around,
for sure,
just incapacitate further.
Pull a brick.
Okay.
There's just one crate, right?
There's just one crate.
Okay.
There's one cube. It's much more like Eurovision aesthetic than like shipping crate.
Oh, okay.
It's like steel at the edges and glass all the rest of the way.
Glowing glass bits.
Oh, this is getting tough.
Oh, the pro is starting to say it's getting tough.
Oh man, that thing is shaking.
I actually can't see because Lauren is blocking my view of the tower.
She committed pretty hard to one and then
just left it out of place. All right.
Oh, she's pushing it in.
Oh, there's no correcting. Gotta leave the chaos.
There's one that's
like the
just
rules of
sticking
Jenga,
out.
just malleable.
I think that one's ready to come out.
I don't think so, actually.
It's at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, it keeps twisting the tower on its axis.
She's snugging it back
What
in.
about like two up from there? That one looks
I
like
know, that's what I was thinking.
yeah,
oh, that's
yeah, easy game.
I think I did a lot of collateral damage just now.
For which I thank you. So Mara rushes in, brandishing this stun gun.
Yeah.
It's a handheld stun gun, not
Like
one
the
that
one
like
that
shoots darts, like the one that
I
you
own.
normally use.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're very familiar with this. You see Toad get hit by this spinning metal crate.
Uh-huh.
He sort of tumbles, and as he hits the ground hard, going into his back, Mara with the stun gun, he convulses once and begins to push up off of the ground after just a moment. And he is going to lunge at Mara, trying to grab her feet as his arms are elongating, and he's sort of like twisting his hips as if he's getting ready to like throw Mara across the room.
No, I want to use all my Genesis mechanics to get in the way, but we're playing
Can
dead.
I kick him in the face with the heel of my boot?
Yeah, I mean, you can pull a brick to do that. And also, Camilla, if you want Aubrey to interpose, you can absolutely do that by pulling a brick.
Do you wanna go for your?
Sure, I'll kick him in the face. We could try and kick him in the face.
Yeah,
That
pull-
was just to get myself free.
Yeah.
Back we go to the tower. Okay.
Oh my gosh, the motion's so fluid.
Rapid fire pokes,
beautiful.
finding a loose
Beautiful
brick.
technique.
He reaches out for your legs to grab them, and instead finds them rising up to meet him as Mara high round kicks him in the face.
Yeah, it's like that Megamind moment, where it's like, oh, I can't hear you over my custom baby seal leather boots, and he like shows the heel to the camera, and then like,
I don't think I've ever seen Megamind.
I haven't
we can
seen
talk about that later.
Megamind.
Anyway,
He takes a spinning tumble. So that was 1, 2, 3 times he's been hit. Taser kick. He's still very much up and in this. He spins around, sort of extending his arms so that he doesn't even have his center of gravity go too near the ground in a sort of a monkey spin way, extending his arms down, helping keep him upright. And he comes up looking angrily at the three of you, kind of in a low crouch with the three of you between him and the door.
I think I turn to Jessie and just say, "It's you in there, you know that?" And I just want to see what the reaction on her face is.
What?
no, it's not.
What's in there?
It's. Wait. Aubrey, what did you see? I saw my aunt in there. Aubrey, what are you talking about?
Okay, you two confer, and I jump over the box and am gonna try to grapple Toad off of Mara so that Mara and Jessie can figure out what's going on.
All right, go ahead and pull a brick.
Oh man, it's so askew now.
That's my bad. But maybe I've added stability.
Oh boy!
Twisting and wobbling.
I can't see the whole tower. I just saw the top move almost
Okay.
a full inch.
Here, I'll have to this mic and
Camilla's got a
narrate.
lead.
Yeah, she's got it.
Oh yeah, just
okay.
the smallest wobble.
The side one's off the top.
I rotated it quite a lot while trying to check if something was integral to the structure. It
That's fair.
was, so I rotated it back.
Yep.
You grab him, sort of put him into a full Nelson,
Yeah.
and you feel his goo start to become slightly less coherent as he tries to T-1000 his way. If we're referencing movies that people maybe at the table have not seen, he becomes more liquid than solid and starts to melt through Aubrey's grip.
We've the only way that we can take care of him is if we contain him. Whatever's in the
I'm
box.
thinking about.
No, Jessie, what?
Oh, I think I just pull my bag where I've been like keeping some of my tools and some of my gear, and I just try to like cover the part that he's oozing towards so that he oozes into my bag.
What were you saying, Kat?
I was going to suggest that we capture him in the box.
Well, I want to. Jessie, what do you see in the box?
I haven't looked in it.
Go look. Who's in there?
Okay, I look. I have to pull.
If you want to do this quickly and in a way that doesn't allow Toad to escalate the threat, then yes, you have to pull. If you want to like slowly and dramatically walk over while whatever's happening with Toad is
Take a slow
happening.
dramatic moment.
I think we take a slow dramatic moment because Cat's shaky hands over here is going to knock over this tower.
It feels like it's time.
Okay,
to.
sure.
don't need to.
How about, okay. So she runs over to the box and she looks in it. I pull.
Brick time.
I have a guess about what might happen when this falls. This is beautiful. This is so wobbly. It's so beautiful.
She's going for a side brick around the middle.
That one
Be
was
so gentle when you put
It
that
was
there.
cinematic.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, I
on the
did
same
not
Next
side
time
that
someone
it's
tries to
wobbling,
do
that was
something, though,
crazy.
we're really screwed. Nobody do anything else for the rest of the session. We all freeze.
So I'm gonna whisper something to Kat's ear so she can tell.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly who this is because Kat's done more work on this character than I have. So who does Jessie see?
Me. Jessie sees herself.
Jessie sees herself.
Yeah.
Okay. What does she make of that?
She is very confused. She looks at Toad and she looks at her companions. Wait, what did you see?
I've never met her in person, but I swear to God, that's the same face as the portrait of my aunt. I've grown up looking at it. I don't know. I've never met her before, but that's her in there.
I see. It's me. It's me in there. We got to get her out.
And while this is happening, Aubrey is trying to contain a goopy Toad in her bag.
Like
so
a sort of weatherproof messenger bag. Yeah.
go ahead and pull a brick to try and contain this.
I think this is going to go
Goop
really
boy.
badly.
Here we go.
Some fairly aggressive taps being made near the top of the
Testing.
tower.
Because the ones that you think would be safe, they're not right now.
Yeah, and everything is wobbling quite a bit.
Oh man, there's one pivotal one. Wait,
She's found one. It's sliding.
it's coming.
I don't know if this
Oh
is-
my
oh,
God.
Oh,
Are we
she's got
good
it
at
loose.
Jenga?
She's got it loose.
Chat, are we?
Are we good at Jenga?
Chat, is this real?
Aubrey's character arc this session is from being bad at Jenga to being okay at Jenga.
So Aubrey is trying to push this goopy boy into
Whoa.
her. Is that weird? Okay.
For me, it was. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I made it weird.
Aubrey is trying to push this creature into a weatherproof messenger bag.
Yeah, as its form sort of becomes more malleable, I'm going to see if I can, he's using that against me, but can I turn it to my benefit?
And it seems that you can. You're able to, through a combination of scooping, pummeling, and pushing, get the majority of his goop into your bag and roll the top closed.
Yep.
The part that was separated from sort of the main mass seems to slump and decohere, losing any semblance of the legs-like appearance that it had before.
Still not time to talk?
Quick, I think this container looks like it's on a timer. He must have said it before. We can put him inside.
What?
Better than a messenger bag.
Wait, my bad. Which container? The cube?
The cube.
Was someone already in it?
Someone's already in the cube.
There's space in there. He's just goo. We can put them both inside.
Did he respond? He didn't respond when it was time to talk?
Oh, yeah, there's no speech back from the goop.
Just the backpack is like, it's like when you
like-
put your hand under your shirt and like try to punch.
Mm-hmm.
In like a sweatshirt. You know that? Yeah.
Like the goop is wrestling, but it's contained in a bag. It currently doesn't have vocal cords.
Okay. Well, if you said that you were in there, you want to risk putting this thing in there with you?
I'm me. It must be another changeling in there.
Oh.
If you saw someone else.
Yeah. Okay, Aubrey.
I take a closer look at it first. I'm going to just keep wrestling.
Okay. I'll go take a closer look. I would pull a brick if it means I get more information about it.
Pull a brick.
Yeah, go inspect. I feel weird just pouring the goop, putting all the mysterious stuff in the mysterious vessel.
This episode brought to you by Gwyneth Paltrow.
Don't want to put the doppelganger.
Oh, this thing is hanging on by a thread.
I don't know. I think it's stable. I believe in it.
I believe in Lauren, but it's just like the top of this is so amplified.
There is like centimeters of movement that is happening at the top.
I kind of held it, truthfully. But not really. I pulled it out.
Lauren, are you
Not
cheating at
holding it,
Jenga?
not the side of it. No. We're just we pushed. We're good. If we want to do an instant replay, That's fine with me.
So as Mara approaches this cube,
Yes.
you look at the face of the person inside. You see your aunt. You see her precisely as you saw her in the portraits, which you know were painted 30 plus years ago. The women in your family age slowly, but they don't age that slowly.
Am I able to speak to her? Is she like...
You can talk to her, sure. Who knows if she talks back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try the silent thing. I'll just tap on the glass and be like, Aunt Fee, is that you?
Malady. You hear a whispered voice back in your head.
Yeah, I think this is some whack. She wouldn't know me.
Malady, help me.
Yeah, nope, this is messing with your head. I think we need to put this thing in here with this.
Together?
Why don't you come to...
Malady, your mother told me. She told me you were born. She gave me pictures. She sent me pictures.
You can't
Mara,
age those up. Yeah, no, this isn't real.
Don't listen to it. It's been unlocked. We have to take, and I think that there's a lock sequence. We need to open it up and close it again. And we should have the changeling inside.
Malady, set me free.
Nope, it's not working. Sorry, girl. Okay, yeah.
So there is a bit of spoop happening here.
Okay.
So I'm going to need you to pull a brick to defend on this one.
Oh, no! Okay, watch me.
Is there a way to sort of fold into this? Well, no, I'll just pull a brick next if it happens. Yeah, we can. Three rows down is quite high now, so we can. There's some untapped resources.
Oh my God!
Oh, smooth.
The biggest
Very
wobble,
smooth.
but it was so smooth.
I'm only sad that I can't really see the tower super well because your bodies are always in between me and it.
I know, yeah.
That's the room we have.
Phew. Wild. Success.
So you were able to shake off this impulse, though you feel a very familiar feeling of control start to take over.
Oh, jeez. Okay, got it.
It rhymes. It rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that, I imagine, is something that Mara has experienced many times in her life. But you were able to shake it off, so...
Okay. Aubrey, what's the whole... I think we should put this thing in there with this.
You just said you didn't want to open it.
What? Well, I didn't know... Okay, I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know how the cube works, y'all. So if... Jessie, you know how it works and it needs to be opened. I didn't know this was... I didn't know this was considered... Wait.
Sorry, to get a clarification on what the deal is with the cube, because I thought I'd opened it to look inside.
Oh, so it's glass. It's glass-sided.
Okay.
So you definitely have not opened this cube to look inside.
So then we would risk this thing getting out.
Does it have a special lock latch? What is...
Yes. Okay. So there's a keypad. Looks like it has a badge reader. It looks like it has a number. It looks like it has a fingerprint reader. And it does have a timer that has been counting down.
Oh, okay.
As well.
Oh, I don't... We didn't see that. Was that purposeful?
I just made that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Just saying yes. Just saying yes to things.
I just made that to make it...
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stressful.
Yes.
It just went from 60 to 59 seconds.
We need to just try this. We can't just keep these both here.
Okay.
How do we open it? That's a good question.
Look, either we've got to be ready, we've got to open it and put the two of them together, or we've got to get it out of here now. There's containment units up above. Nobody has access to a safe of this level, not even Toad. But the containment units up above might be able to hold it.
So what, you think we can get up there in a minute? Or you want to just open this and shove this other thing in?
I don't know. What do you think we should do?
I'm just going to go open it, and No, we're not going to open it. We need to put this, it's like Indiana Jones, but not taking the thing out. It's just like pouring your bag
I don't know. I feel like it's going to open in a minute, honestly.
The time is ticking by. The time is falling away. Who is on your side? And who's going to betray? There's no time to think it through. You've got to move now.
Come on, we've got to get out of here.
There's no time for what and when or
just move the cube
why
up.
or how.
Like
just
3 more layers.
Get moving. Make a choice.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna grab it.
You
I'll get
heard
behind
it speak with your aunt's voice.
We'll just start running. Get to the enclosures. Go. Lead the way.
The time is now. The time is now.
The time is now.
The time is now. Running through the corridors, up the spiral full of eyes. They're watching as we go by. They're filled with dark surprise. Click, 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 click. The doors open behind. You hear us scream as we're running all the way.
The time is now. The time is now. The time is now.
You've got to go faster. They're catching up.
Who?
Time is now.
The creatures, look behind you. All the gates are opening. What?
The time is now.
10 seconds left.
Okay, I think we made it out. Here,
It's on wheels, right? I'm gonna push it into this enclosure, take Aubrey's bag, yell sorry, and throw it in there, and then press the button to close the other enclosure.
Pull a brick.
Time is now.
Pull a brick.
Oh yeah, fair. I was like, yeah, that's fair.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm very confused about the stakes right now.
I could read that on your face, and that's why I was hesitating. So I was like, are you not?
Sorry, I invented some heist stuff.
Yeah, sure.
In the background.
I feel like one of these has got to give.
The queen, the Jenga queen, knocked it over.
So that's so cool.
It's bound to happen eventually.
Yeah. Wow, that was fun and really anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, or, well, I did not think it was going to be that one, but I guess you never think it's going to be the one. Sorry, y'all. Oops.
No.
You go to push this into an open enclosure that you had passed that was a little bit more complete than the one Toad was wheeling this thing into. You go to throw the bag containing Toad, ? Into the enclosure, and Jessie stops you from closing the door.
You don't want to do that.
Can I time out really quick? Are all of the terrible monsters that are under highest security following us right now? They're all free?
Yeah, like what's actually going on?
I'm not
right
trying
now?
to dissuade the choice, but I'm like, that will be...
We can undo this, but in my mind, the heist included setting all of them free so that they could get out.
It's a very, like, Bane setting the villains from Arkham Asylum free so the Batman was in a bad spot moment. I like it. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, all of
the creatures are...
On their way up? What's going on?
Yeah.
Some of them are on their way up.
Okay.
You don't want to do that.
Why?
Because if you close this back up, I'm going to have a hard time opening it.
I'm gonna look to Aubrey. Does she still have the quantum disruptor?
So here's the thing. Because the tower fell, and because it fell when you pulled, you basically, you have lost.
Okay.
So Jessie now gets her way. And we need to, like, find a way for that to happen.
Okay.
So the timer clicks to 0. The box just pops open a crack, and this sense of a family member in danger overwhelms Mara. She becomes much more amenable to suggestions from Jessie in this moment. It is Mara's primary goal to help the creature in this box escape from the Underzoo.
You don't want to close that door because I'm going to have a much harder time getting it open again. And why is that so important to you? Because I need evidence. I need evidence of this changeling and of their goals so that I can take it to the leaders and that I can be promoted.
Yeah, Aubrey, I don't think we should leave it down here. I think if I were to do that, something really bad would happen. I think we should listen to Jessie.
Look, time is short. You have two options. Either you can run with me or you can stay here in this enclosure. I can lock it and then you can be safe from all the beasties that are coming up.
And you hear a rumbling coming from lower in the spiral as something enormous works its way up.
Aubrey, if we stay here, we're going to die.
Yes, we have to move. Listen to your friend, Aubrey.
Jessie, is that all you wanted the whole time? A promotion? Are you with them? I don't understand what you want right now.
I just want to be proud of me. Don't you want to be proud?
Yeah, I do, and I'm not right now.
Well, if you're not going to be proud of me, then you can just stay here.
I look at Mara to see if she's going to cut in.
I don't think I can.
There is a building sense of dread as long shadows start to emerge from below on the spiral.
It doesn't matter, Aubrey. If we stay here longer, we're all going to be dead. Nothing good will happen if we're all dead.
Can I quick
please.
above the table to figure out what everyone wants in this situation so I know the implications of what I'm doing?
Yeah.
So they're in an enclosure, but the gate hasn't gone down, kind of.
Correct.
And both of you are saying, don't lock it, but also we need to leave.
Yeah, don't lock the thing inside the enclosure. Take it with us. The cube.
Okay, but the cube is okay.
The cube is the door of the cube is open now.
Yeah. In my mind, there was an open enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought that was what you were saying, that there was an open enclosure that you were trying to push the cube into.
And close the door.
Yeah.
So it's in there and it's open. The door is open and the cube timer has gone off. So the door to the cube is open.
A lot of doors.
Yep.
There's a lot of doors.
Yeah.
And for the two of you, your primary goal is to get this...
The cube out.
To get the creature in the cube out.
Out, meaning into the upper world?
Out of the underzoo.
Okay.
And from what Jessie has expressed so far, it's to be proof. And that if it's locked in here in the specimen testing area, it can't be proof?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
The time back in?
Oh, I'm thinking it through. Because I don't want to, Aubrey's not inclined to, stick stuff in the zoo. It's a bad place. But all the vibes about this are so rancid.
There is a shadow spreading on the wall of the spiral near you where it looks like it is enormous, right? It is sort of in the shape of a vertical shaft and then something that spreads horizontally and rounds out on the top. The shadow is getting smaller as if it is sort of moving away from a light source towards you fairly rapidly. And it just gives off the most unbearable sense of danger as this creature approaches.
What would it take to try to move to lock this?
So the trouble is we don't have a tower anymore. So
we just fight.
The two of us.
The two of you fist fight. I don't have a great mechanical way to resolve this.
Well, truthfully, if Mara's goal is now to get this thing out, and knows that this whatever shadow is scary and sees Aubrey's hesitation, I feel like she'd just grab the cube thing and start running out of silo.
And we are somewhere in the silo.
By this point, you are near the top of the spiral of the silo, standing at the only unfilled enclosure that you passed on your way down with the cube just inside the door. The door to the enclosure and the door to the cube are both open. And Mara and Jessie both want to get this creature out of here.
I think I move to grab the door and close it, and I see Mara run in, and I'm not going to shut her in with that, especially if it's so hard to unlock, like Jessie said.
Yeah, so you see Mara grab the arm of the woman who is inside the enclosure. Aubrey, you see Jessie. Mara, you see your Aunt Fee. Jessie, you see Jessie as Mara grabs her under the shoulder and starts running with her up towards the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we run. There's roars and shadows and...
Yeah, as you burst
I'll at least
out,
shut Toad in.
you can shut Toad in. As you burst out of Silo, there is a sirens going off.
Can I stay behind, making sure that they get out first and just look over my shoulder and see if I can tell what's coming up behind us?
Sure. You make sure they get out. Jessie, there is just outside of the door that Aubrey is now standing on the inside of, looking over her shoulder. There is a in case of emergency, big red button to push to like initiate silo lockdown. Even though you weren't allowed in, you know that is there. Mm-hmm. As you are, Aubrey, as you are looking back to see what is causing this sense of dread, you see this inch-tall little mushroom walk around the corner, and you know that if it reaches you, you will absolutely die.
The mushroom. Yeah.
No, this totally tracks. I look at it knowingly. Old friend, what do you know? And I step to the other side of the door.
Are you in with it or are you out of it?
No, I'm out.
Okay.
Old friend, what do you know? Sounds like a song to me. To the center of the world to inhabit every mind. I hope to end our life from now until the end, and also backwards to the beginning of time. Old friend, I'm your oldest friend.
Feel less guilty now for leaving you behind, old friend.
Let me spread my spores.
Oh my gosh.
As the door closes, he's still singing.
I fade out.
Exactly.
And there's just a thunk on this metal blast door that seems to have a layer of glass between you and a layer of pure silver, which is inscribed with runes. There is a thunk out of all proportion with his mass as this creature impacts the door again and again and again.
He really reminds me of someone.
Yeah, quick, Aubrey, go to the guard post. I'll take the other one. Mara, get to the elevator.
Okay. I'll carry my aunt in quotes and we'll get on the platform.
Jessie presses the button.
I press button.
And you both dash to the elevator, hopping on just in time to make it as it rises up, depositing you back in this auto repair shop. Mara, you have your Aunt Fee, your arm underneath her shoulder, holding her up.
Were we able to deposit Anubis somewhere safe, or is Anubis with us too?
Last I remember, Anubis was right outside the room where you had the fight, sort of on the ground. So Anubis may have Anubis may have had a very bad day.
Bringing them back.
Did you?
I thought I'd said that, but maybe I didn't.
If you said it and I didn't hear it, then
well, you're going to be scrubbing it. I might have forgot to say it.
If you want to have brought them out, you absolutely can. If that's something that you would have done as this timer was ticking down, it does seem it is definitely very in character for Aubrey. I just genuinely didn't hear you say it.
I think so. I might have just assumed that I was carrying him around with me and not specified.
So the 5 of you emerge up into this garage.
Jessie runs over to one of the portable containment units and reaches out to Mara for the creature.
Jessie's will at this point? Okay, then I'll just give it to her.
Okay, so then Jessie closes the creature in the containment unit and just breathes like a heavy sigh of relief and smiles at the two of them.
Thank you. For what? And be specific.
For helping me. I have everything that I need now. I have proof that the changelings have infiltrated and we were able to rescue this creature.
So this creature isn't a changeling?
One of them is. You saw it.
Yes, the one in Aubrey's bag. But what's this? If this isn't, what is this one?
Oh, it's something that's obviously, if it was down there, it's very important to keep contained. So it's good that we brought it up here so I could contain it again.
I imagine Jessie saying this as she's like stepping into the truck that this containment unit
She's
was,
like
was mounted
backwards.
on.
I just hold up the magic taser. Just like, please be clear.
You don't want to do that.
She's stealing my truck?
No, she's taking one of the Zeus trucks that already had a containment unit loaded on the back.
I reach out and I tase her. If that's okay with you.
Oh, yeah.
Tase you if that's okay with you.
Oh, yeah, please do. So she's distracted as she gets in, and you get her right in the side, like as she's trying to get into the car. And what you see is like her body starts to shift and change and flicker and like becomes underneath transparent, except for her right hand, which is connected to her. You see that she has a bunch of bandages, those wraps around her hand, and that stays the same, wrapped around on her goo arm.
As she closes the door, shifts the truck into drive.
Wait, she can still drive as liquid?
She's very the other guy was able to like fight and do kung fu moves as goop.
Okay.
As a goop guy. Jessie shifts the truck into drive, or this gelatinous creature shifts this truck into drive, and I imagine sing some kind of victory song as she's driving away.
Cool car radio victory song.
Now I have to actually think about like the motivations and reasons. I didn't think that I would win. So
I'm surprised also.
I didn't know that the game worked that way until a minute ago, so I'm surprised too.
It's not how Dread usually works. It's just how it works today.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely thought that you were going to kill me and that I was not going to make it out of there. Okay.
Out on the open road, wind in your plasma hair. Sometimes you just gotta celebrate.
Success, oh, it tastes so good. As I'm cruising through this semi-residential neighborhood, I've got in the back my quarry, and I'm gonna go on and get paid. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. Oh yeah, finally, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. Oh, finally, yes, I'm proud of me. Doppelganger, yes, I love to lie. Oh, I want control, and I don't mind getting my way. The highway, it stretches in front of me. Oh, can't you see that I'm proud of me? I'm proud of me. Oh, finally, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. Yes, finally, I'm proud of me. And I can take my reward, leave those two behind without a second thought. A favor from high places is the only thing you can get when you've sprung an elder god. Yes, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. Finally, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of
So, the enigmatic changeling who assumed the identity of Jessie escaped with the larva of an elder god. Reliable information on such creatures is difficult to come by, but last time I was on the library train, I found the scrawled musings of a madman tucked into a copy of the Yellow King. The madman claimed it takes 100 winters and 1,000 souls to coax such a larva into its cocoon. Who would want such a thing? And what fate would befall the world if it transpired?
Hey y'all, Helix here. It means a lot to me and to everybody here at RPG Major to get to tell these stories. And we'd love to get to share them with more people. The way that most people hear about new podcasts is from their friends, or occasionally on Reddit or Discord or places like that. Would you do me a huge favor and think about somebody who would enjoy this show? And right now, just shoot them a note, telling them about it, saying, hey, they just did this weird Halloween thing. Drop in and give it a look. I don't know. You know how to talk to your friends better than I know how to talk to your friends, but you would genuinely be helping us out hugely if you just let them know the show existed. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Mara Vertere is played by Lauren Drake. Find her in scripted productions around Seattle and performing with musical improv team We Have Some Notes. Find Lauren on socials at La Drake. Aubrey Stump is played by Camilla Franklin. You can find her performing as part of musical improv team Fancy Cafeteria and on Instagram at Camillastrator. Logo, visual design, and artwork for the show were all created by Camilla. Jessie was played by special guest Shelonka. Don't bother looking for her. She's basically a social media ghost. All music for RPG Major is created live in the room. For this arc, Alex Engelberg masterminded the music. Find Alex performing improvised piano around Seattle and making funny music videos on the internet. To see where he's performing next, follow Alex_Engelberg on Instagram. And to see his viral hits, check out Alex Engelberg with no underscore on TikTok. And I'm Helix. Find me performing with Jet City Improv and musical team We Have Some Notes. Connect with the show on social media at RPG Major or in our Discord. There's links in the show notes.
Don't hate me.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Don't hate me. I'm a bad girl. You're fine.
Of course it's confusing. It's Undersea. Undersea's
And the
That's
fact,
my bad.
and
No.
the person who was giving you all the information about how the Underzoo worked could have been lying to you about every single thing
Yeah.
because they were not who they said they were from the outset.
I also know that now every time I asked if I could try to figure out what was going on Jesse's face, someone else was like, hey, can I pull a Jenga tile to do this instead? And I got cut off because I had asked 3 times.
Oh no.
And I kept getting cut off. I'm like, okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to sing like that the whole time.